Hey YouTube, it's your girl, it's your girl, it's your girl, and I'm back at it again with another video. And this is day 7 of the 12-day countdown. And yes, this might be posted on day 12 or 11, but if you watch day 5, then you know exactly what happened. There was a bombing, knocked out my service, so I'm completely thrown off and behind. But hey, whatever, we're gonna move past that. We're gonna just do what we can. So this is my first reaction video. Most reaction videos are like you watch me watch it, but since I'm watching a movie, we won't be able to do that due to copyright reasons. So basically today I am watching the movie Soul. It's a cartoon. I have a picture right there. It's a cartoon basically about a man. He unfortunately has a tragic accident, and he goes on this journey basically trying to figure out who he is. It's not self-explanatory, but once you watch the movie, you'll really understand. So guys, I'm about to start the movie Soul. Here I got my sushi, and we're gonna watch the dang on movie. I'm so excited. Basically, I didn't even know that Jamie Foxx was the voice. It says Jamie Foxx leads an all-star cast in a hilarious, heartfelt adventure. Pixar Soul introduces Joe, who lands the gig of his life at the best jazz club in town. But one misstep lands Joe in a fatal position. The Great Before. There, he teams up with Soul 22, Tina Fey, and together they find answers to some of life's biggest questions. This is very, very interesting. I'm very excited to see what happens. The character is black. I'm going to show you what it looks like. The character is black, which is really, really good and really, really cool. And then it's called Soul. It has the sun in the middle, and it's kind of giving me an eye shape, the way the O is looking. So that's interesting. Keep that in mind to all of my conscious subscribers. You already know. So yeah, that's one. I'm just excited to kind of see what happens. So I'm about to sit down and watch the movie now. I am going to record myself watching it. I might stop it just to like make sure that I remember the key parts, or like I need to say something now, I'm gonna stop it. But for the most part, I'm just gonna wait to the end. Usually reactions are you watching it with me, but since it's a movie, I can't really record it or show it, or I probably would they probably delete my YouTube channel. So we don't need that. So I'm gonna stop it every now and then to chime in and talk some parts. I might show a little clip or two, but for the most part, yeah, we're just gonna wait, and I'm gonna discuss some stuff after it. So see you later. So I just finished watching the movie, y'all, and all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna give the movie a 10 out of 10. I really liked the messages that it had. It had multiple different messages, especially if you are a conscious person. You understand some things more deeper than most people would see just watching the movie, and I really, really liked it. The first thing that I noticed about the movie was his obsession with what he was trying to do. And the second thing that I noticed, that I'm gonna talk about this first, was his mother. So most times in the Black community, I know this is not just in the Black community, this is pretty normal for just like any child. Your parent wants something different for you, and they are like very like stuck on what they have envisioned for you, on who you should be. So anything that steers from that, they're kind of like, they disregard it. They don't really take it that serious, especially like if they don't think they can do it. So like as far as it, the way it touched me for the Black community, I think that it's very, very like common that we degrade our kids because there is not much hope for us as people to become something more than what meets the eye. So like everybody in the Black, like a lot of people I know in the Black community are ambitious, they strive, they're hustlers or whatever, but it never really goes beyond the thought of side hustle or extra money or a hobby. You know, it never really goes far beyond that. So like a lot of people and a lot of families have put this limitation on their mindset to how far someone can go with doing something that's not um, like a 9 to 5 or just like going to school or something like that. And me personally, I struggle with this. A lot of like my family really didn't understand like the things that I wanted for myself. They didn't agree. They didn't see it through. Like YouTube, for example. I'm taking YouTube very seriously. This is my career. I may not be making money from it right now, but I know that I have the potential to do it, and this is my career. Some people may see this as just a hobby and think like, oh, she just got a YouTube channel. But it's not like that. For me, this is what I want to do. This is something that feeds my soul, you know? So, yeah, just like in general, we don't really have the faith in others that we never even got to put in ourselves. Like if somebody doesn't see something for them, then 9 times out of 10, they're not going to see it for you. And it's really sad, but in this community, that's what it is. And if you are someone that is striving to do something beyond the limitations of a 9 to 5 or going to school or anything like that, then you understand that people don't support you like that because they don't believe in it. It's not they don't care about you or they don't want to support you. They don't believe in you. And so that's basically what I was getting from his mom. Like she just didn't believe in him. Like she was a believer when it was her man, when it was his dad. But when it didn't work out for his dad, she had no faith in her own child. And it was wearing on him so much that he lost sight of what he was doing it for. He was obsessing over this to prove to others and himself and get that recognition and that satisfying feeling that he did what they said that he couldn't do. But deep down, that's not why you do stuff. It's not to please other people. It's not to show others that I did it and you didn't, or I did what you said I couldn't. Yeah, that comes with it, but you do what makes you happy on the inside. And that's basically what the movie was basically telling us. Like he loved music and it was his spark. It did start something inside of him, but it didn't finish what was inside of him. His ego, his obsession, his greediness, envy, all of that took over. And you can get lost in that. And that's another thing that they were showing in the movie. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm just telling y'all now, if y'all have not watched the movie, don't watch the video. When they were going in the ship with the hippie guy, I forgot his name. When they were in the ship with the hippie guy that was on 14th Street, he basically was explaining to him how people get lost, how their souls get lost, because they start something that they love and that they cherish, and then they get obsessed with it. And they do it for different reasons. They're not doing it for their happiness. They're not doing it to feed their soul. They're doing it for a whole nother envious, greedy reason. And you become lost because you're not focusing on the mission. You're not seeing what your purpose is anymore. You're lost. And that, honestly, like, that's really what it was. He was lost. He was a lost soul and he didn't even know it. He would find his way in both areas. So like in the plane of where spirituality and the physical meet, that's where the souls were at their happiest and they were at their lowest in the same space. And it took just like that for them to get lost. And it was just like, it was crazy how they was explaining it on the movie, because that's facts. Like, in a blink of an eye, you can lose everything. It may not be physical. It may not be emotional. It may be mental. It can be emotional. You can just like that. You can lose it all. And it was just it was good that they were showing people that they were getting lost. Like when they showed the man sitting at the desk, he lost his soul. He was sitting at a desk for just on a computer typing, becoming a robot. He had no purpose. Like, you just sitting, you doing this for money. Like, don't get me wrong. Money is definitely a tool in life that can help you become your best self. It is a tool, but it's a balance to everything in the world. You don't want to become greedy. You don't want to become envious. You don't want to become stuck and sunken into something just because of money. You want to make sure that you are feeding your soul everything it needs to strive to make you into a better person, for you to become the best version of yourself. And that's basically what the movie was about, like becoming a better version of yourself and finding your soul. Like, what feeds you, what makes you happy. Is this really what makes you happy, or is this what makes other people happy? Are you doing this because this, you know? And like everything that he was receiving in the movie, as far as like the promotion at the school, as far his mother and her friends being happy for him getting the gig, him getting back to his body, and then also him performing, he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy because it wasn't coming from a genuine place. It was coming from so many different lost areas of his life. It was hard for him to find exactly why and what made him happy in the first place. And I think that everybody should really watch that movie and not take it as a grain of salt. Try to really understand like what's going on, because that movie was thorough. That was a real thorough movie, and I really rocks with that movie, like for real, bro. Like, they did really good. Disney, not a lot of times Disney to me just have like really weird, strange meanings behind some of their movies, but I really like that one. And then I like the fact, like I said, that they were Black characters, because in our community that happens so much. I experienced that. Like, people did not believe in me. They still don't. But that don't matter to me. I don't even care. Like, I used to. And it's crazy because I really went through that. Like, I used to be like, oh, I'm going to show them, or I can do this. And I don't even care. I don't even care. Like, if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Like, long as I like it. At the end of the day, when I sleep, I have to sleep with myself and my own thoughts. I have to make sure that my mental is good. I can't focus on making sure that this person is satisfied. People judge me to this day in my family, or my friends, or they think I'm a bum or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I'm happy. That's all that matters. And that movie basically was, that was what that was about. Also, another point, soulmates, like a twin flame. Like, a twin flame soulmate is not always somebody that you are romantic with. Your soulmate can be anybody. I personally feel like I've met 2 of my soulmates in my lifetime, and neither one of them were romantic. My best friend that passed, I know for a fact that was one of my soulmates. Like, when we were together, it was just like a different feeling. Like, I've never felt so like myself. And we were 2 completely different people. We had 2 completely different upbringings. And the way that we just loved each other and loved being around each other, I've never in my life experienced no love like that before. So that showed me that soulmates come in different forms. And for them to never even have like experienced life on earth together in the movie, and the connection that just brought them together, and they had their own different sides of life, or their own different stories to life, it just was like a very good thing to see and for people to learn, because people really don't know much about soulmates or twin flames, and it's a key part in life, because no matter what you feel like, we are all here for a reason, whether that's to do this, do that, do this, but it's many of us for a reason. We learn from each other. We all need each other. I learn from people every single day. If you feel that you don't need people and you don't need to learn from them, or it's nothing anybody can teach you, then you're not understanding life properly. And you may disagree with me, but that's just facts. You're not understanding life properly. So it was something else I wanted to add before I had closed out the video. I forgot to say this. So if you know anything about numbers, 22, 2 is the number of balance, is a number of union, it's a number of harmony and conversation. And basically that's what 22, she was stuck there for so long because she didn't have any of that. She was that, but she needed her soulmate to help complete her. If you notice, when you put 2 and 2 together, it makes one whole thing, which is a heart. That's love. She needed to experience love. That's what brought her life. She never experienced that. Her soul was yearning for that experience, and her soulmate helped her find that. She needed to experience that love to find her purpose, if that makes sense. So look into numerology to help y'all to have a better understanding of why they picked 22. But yeah, that's a major reason. So, and I really recommend this movie. I think that a lot of people should really get in tune and watch it. I think that our community, Blacks as a whole, we need to stop having limitations on our mindset and on our people. That is the slavery mindset. That is a slave mentality. And we need to stop doing that. We weren't allowed to push ourselves. We weren't allowed to think beyond what we saw. We weren't allowed to imagine. We weren't allowed to dream. We weren't allowed to explore. And when we try to do that, we get ridiculed, made fun of, called lame, called weird, called different. And we need to just dead all of that and let each other be each other. You either like and want to be around them, or you don't. And it's okay. But the hate, the negativity, it just really needs to stop. And we need to let each other just flourish, because that is why we have so many unhappy people, because people are scared to be themselves. People are scared to go after their dreams. They are scared to actually love. It's cooler to be hateful and negative nowadays versus to show love and support. And that is sad. And it's horrible in our community. And we really need to stop it. So I really, really enjoyed the movie. I'm probably going to watch it again tomorrow, because movies like that, I kind of want to get a deeper feel for it. That was just like the scratch of the surface. But once I watch it again, I can really pay attention to other things, because I already know what's going to happen. So I really hope y'all enjoyed that video. I really meant everything I said. If y'all want to talk about some things I said, make sure y'all leave some comments down below. Hit me up, DM me, you know, whatever. I'm with it. Yeah, just spread love and positivity. Keep a strong mindset. Do what makes you happy. Believe in yourself, and everything will work out. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your peers. Share this video with people you know. Tag Disney in it. Tag Jamie Foxx in it. I would love that. And yeah, whatever. So I love you guys. Bye.